Hello everyone, welcome to this week's edition of CANrace. I'm your host Bryce Turner. After a couple of rain postponements, the NASCAR Pinty series at Autodrome Chaudiere finally taking place on Sunday. Donald Teague started from the pole and dominated the first half of the race. Meanwhile, the second half was much like the finish last year, with Alex Labbe and Caden Lapcevich going back and forth on the restarts, but with Lapcevich pulling away on the long runs, and Lapcevich would lead the most laps at 137 of the 310 circuits. Now, 310 as it did go into overtime after a spin by Andrew Ranger with only 2 to go, but Lapcevich going on to win the race, his first of the season. Labbe finished second with LP Dumoulin rounding out the podium, DJ Kennington 4th, and Donald Teague 5th, and Kennington of course will be attempting to run the Cup race at Daytona on Saturday night, which would be on Canada Day, so hopefully he'll be able to do that. And you can find our interview with Lapcevich from after the race. That's on our CANrace post-race coverage, which is now on YouTube. Now for a look at the latest standings, and that's where Alex Labbe now holds the lead, but by only 2 points over Kevin Lacroix. Caden Lapcevich is up to 3rd, 8 points back. LP Dumoulin 9 points back in 4th, and Andrew Ranger rounding out the top 5, 13 back. Now for a look at some of what's coming up on our Canada 150 special. Once upon a time, there was a short track in southwestern Ontario, Cayuga its name, opened in 1966 and purchased by Bob Slack the following year. Cayuga has hosted some of the richest names in closed-wheel racing, guys like Darrell Waltrip, Rusty Wallace, Bill Elliott, Bobby Allison. Welcome here to our Canada 150 special for CANrace. We're at Jukasa Motor Speedway, or as some of you may know better as Cayuga Motor Speedway, the historic and prestigious track. Now let's talk about some of the top racers and all-around competitors in Canadian racing history, and we all did our research. Let's start with Stephen.
Yeah, so I want to start with Paul Tracy. He's a guy that he raced NASCAR for a bit. He did do some Xfinity races, and he did attempt a truck race, but he is mostly known for his IndyCar and kart days. He's a champion, and he was one of the he was part of the resurgence of Canadian drivers after Gilles Villeneuve a long time ago, and then around the same time we got Greg Moore, we got.
So I really want to focus on the Canadians in the Cup Series because there's not a lot of them, let's be honest. And not just the drivers, even though I will focus most on drivers. There's 3 main people I want to talk about: Earl Ross, Cole Pearn, and DJ Kennington. First off, Cole Pearn. He was in NASCAR for about 3 years, 2001 to 2003. His last race was actually here at this track. Never won a race, didn't really win any poles either, but he is dominated as a crew chief in the NASCAR Cup Series. It is amazing.
You gotta mention the Villeneuves. That's the drivers that stand out to me. Gilles Villeneuve, his 6 Formula One victories, 13 podiums, almost won a championship there.
Racetrack named after him?
Yeah, racetrack named after him. Won at Monaco as well. When his first win came at Montreal in the first race in that city. What moments, what drivers stand out to you? Let us know on social media. You can tweet us at CANrace NASCAR using the hashtag CANrace150, and you can also, we'll put a post up on Facebook where you can comment there too. And those clips are only from part 1. We have a whole nother part coming up on Saturday where we tour the track and talk with General Manager Alex Nagy. That and more coming up. So be sure to check out part 1, which is available now on YouTube and the CANrace Features playlist. That will do it for this week's edition of CANrace. Thanks for watching. Happy Canada Day. Enjoy our 150 coverage and have a great day.